Are you a parent who feels like you've tried everything to help your child's chronic health issues, but nothing seems to provide lasting relief? Well, you're not alone. An alarming 40% of school-age children today suffer from at least one ongoing health problem. From digestive issues and respiratory challenges to neurological conditions like ADHD and anxiety, our children are facing an unprecedented epidemic of poor health. But what if there was a common thread underlying many of these seemingly unrelated conditions? A root cause that, when addressed, could unlock your child's innate potential for healing and thriving. When we discuss chronic health issues in America today and ask questions like the ones I just did, most natural-minded, crunchy parents out there are now going to expect me to discuss the onslaught of toxins and chemicals that are all over our environment today. But that's not the topic we're diving into. Today, we're going to talk about something perhaps even more toxic than toxins, pun intended. And that topic is the role that chronic stress plays in creating chronic health issues even in our kids. We think about stress all the time when it comes to our own health, and we try and get good sleep, go for walks in nature, or maybe you've even upgraded your battle against stress and started cold plunging and bought an infrared sauna. The truth is that an overstressed and out of balance nervous system is actually the number one thing destroying our kids' health too, and not enough people are talking about it. This video is for parents of children struggling with chronic health issues who are searching for answers and solutions beyond just removing toxins and cleaning up their environment. If you feel like you've tried almost everything to help your child heal and they're still struggling, then you've got to watch this video all the way through because it has the chance to truly change your family's life. In this video, we'll explore the concept of subluxation. It's a complex neurological dysfunction that can be the hidden culprit behind many of your child's ongoing health challenges. You'll learn what subluxation is, how it develops, and its far-reaching impact on your child's well-being. When I first got into practice, it was very commonplace for the majority of our new patient families to report to me that they had already exhausted everything modern medicine had to offer. They'd gone to see all the medical specialists, had all the genetic and other medical testing done, tried multiple different medications, and yet their child was still sick and struggling. And as far back as 15 plus years ago, parents were already waking up to the limitations of conventional medicine when it comes to helping actually address the root cause and help their child heal naturally. So naturally, that's why parents of today have majorly turned to natural health and things like functional medicine. Now, today, the majority of new parents let us know that they've tried multiple diet changes, detoxes, vitamins, supplements, essential oils, various therapies, and so forth, which is so good and so exciting and often has created some really great changes and improvements in their child's health. However, nearly every single time, these parents report that despite all this hard work and changing of their entire lifestyle, their children are still struggling with things like autism and ADHD, sensory processing disorder, seizures, anxiety, allergies, asthma, chronic ear infections, gut issues, and so much more. This simply means this parent is watching. There has to be more going on, causing their kids to be sick than simply too many toxins and chemicals. There has to be something almost below the surface that not only conventional medicine can't find and help, but natural or holistic practitioners often miss too. That something is called subluxation, and it's likely the most important thing you've never heard about when it comes to the health of your family. So what is subluxation? Well, subluxation refers to a complex neurological dysfunction within the body characterized by three main components. First, you have misalignment, which is altered positioning and alignment within the neurospinal system. Fixation and restriction in motion, which is abnormal tension or fixation within these neurospinal segments and regions, then leads to reduced range of motion and overall movement. Neurological interference and imbalance, which is the combination of this misalignment and restricted movement, which is proprioception, disrupts and alters neurosensory input into the brain, leading to interference and imbalance within the nervous system. So when subluxation occurs, it shifts the entire nervous system into sympathetic dominance and often ends up stuck here, which is also then means the parasympathetic rest, relax, and digest side is suppressed or shut down. So when the nervous system gets stuck in this fight or flight sympathetic response, it then starts to pull energy and function away from other crucial systems such as the gut and digestive system, as well as the immune and endocrine systems. This imbalance of the nervous system is known as dysautonomia, something that more parents and people deserve to know about. So most often, especially for children, the first signs and symptoms of subluxation are not physical, but instead show up as difficulty sleeping, gut and GI issues, acid reflux, colic, constipation, decreased motility, altered microbiome, and more. Immune challenges, chronic ear infections, respiratory, RSV, allergies, asthma, and an overall suppressed and weakened immune response. Along with chronic inflammation, behavioral and emotional dysregulation, sensory overload and sensory processing challenge, tantrums and meltdowns, hyperactivity, impulsivity, etc., motor challenge, gross and fine motor delays, imbalances, hypertonicity, weak core, incoordination, speech delays, and more. Subluxation in adults shows up in all the same ways with sleep, gut, immune, and mental emotional challenges, as well as chronic tension, headaches, and exhaustion. If you feel like you've tried every single workout, yoga class, massage, supplemental protocol, diet changes, detox, meditation apps, and you still can't get healthy, it's likely subluxation and an imbalanced nervous system are triggering your health challenges as well, mom and dad. The most common and widely overlooked trigger of subluxation, which is nervous system dysregulation and chronic health challenges in children, is birth intervention and trauma such as forceps, vacuum extraction, induction, epidurals, and C-sections. Each of these types of birth interventions put immense pressure on the delicate nerves and tissues of the brainstem and upper neck area, especially the vagus nerve, which regulates so many of the basic health functions discussed before, like sleep, digestion, immune function, and behavioral and sensory regulation. In addition to birth trauma, the perfect storm of factors that can contribute to the development of subluxation in children include high amounts of stress and anxiety in the fertility and pregnancy journey, as well as the overuse of antibiotics and exposure to countless chemicals and toxins early in a child's life. Find out if you or your child are subluxated with the neurological insight scans, because subluxation does not show up on any traditional medical testing or even with PT, OT, speech therapy type assessments. It's essential to get your child or yourself into our office at Innate Family Chiropractic for a consultation, and most importantly, our insight scans. These scans take about 15-20 minutes to complete and are a stress test for you or your child's nervous system, helping to find subluxation and those hidden in plain sight neurological dysfunctions and imbalances that could very well be the culprit of your child's sleep challenges, sensory issues, chronic gut, digestive issues, weakened immune response, motor or developmental delays. There's so many. One thing I tell parents all the time is that when all other medical testing and going from specialist to specialist still does not find the root cause, it's almost a guarantee your child is struggling with subluxation and nervous system dysregulation, and therefore neurologically focused chiropractic care is likely to be the thing you've been up late at night searching and praying for. Click the link below or in our bio to schedule an insight scan appointment at our office or with your local PX doc.